This is Niigata snow-aged Wagyu beef, an 8-kilogram block of A5 ranked ribeye roll that's been aging for a month. Many people have told me that snow-aged Wagyu beef is more tender, more flavorful than other Wagyu beef. In this episode, we're gonna be taking you from the Yukimuro here in Niigata to the kitchen and restaurant to try this amazing Wagyu steak. This is gonna be an incredible food adventure.
Only in Japan.
Wow, this is a generous cut of A5 ranked, snow-aged Japanese Wagyu beef. Tenderloin is the best of the best. A lot of people say that this snow aging makes the steak even more tender, juicier than other Wagyu beef steaks, and I'm really excited to dig into this. But before I dig in to this amazing Wagyu steak, it's important to understand the snow aging process, and then I can put my years of tasting Japanese regional Wagyu beef to the test. This all started in Niigata Prefecture in the snow.
In the winter, Niigata looks like this. Quiet snowy villages on the far side of the Japanese Alps. Mount Hakai, or Hakai-san, is one of the highest peaks in the area, bringing in clean water to the valley below. Where exactly is Niigata? It's about 75 minutes on the Joetsu Shinkansen to H-Go-Yuzawa and Uonuma, valleys on the other side of the Japanese Alps that get a lot of snow in the winter. I drove towards the Yukimuro through some breathtaking highway to an undisclosed small town.
In 300 meters, turn left.
Down there you can see an opening to a cellar under a lot of snow. Let's walk down to the Yukimuro cellar. The thick door is meant to keep in the chill, keep out the warmth like a thermos. It felt like we were in a bunker. This is the heart of the food storage unit, and there's a rack of Wagyu beef on one side, doing some snow aging.
Oh, 結構大きいですよね。
そうですね。結構広いですよね、ここは。
These blocks of beef age better here than in a refrigerator. High humidity, even chill.
まあ大体どのぐらいここに残りますか？
そうですね。だいたい1ヶ月ぐらい熟成させます。
During the month of aging, the beef will break down in a more flavorful way. You can't hear any generators in here, can you? The only power required is for the lights.
All right, okay. So this here is a 13-kilogram block of sirloin Wagyu beef, and it'll be aging here for about a month. Now, in other times of the year, they have a lot more Wagyu beef in here, but they're also snow aging more than just Wagyu beef. They also have pork and Japanese radish, daikon, and soy sauce, Japanese sake.
And buckets of something up there. Any idea what that is? I had an idea but needed to check it out. That meant going up a shaky ladder.
Oh, すごい.
Miso. They age it or chill it here. Over time, it'll become more flavorful. They even store rice up here. Uonuma Koshi Hikari, some of the best in Japan. They can store a lot here. Yukimuro have been used in this area for centuries as a way to keep food cool throughout the year. traditionally with layers of snow and rice husks to insulate it.
So here you can see the snow that is surrounding the Yukimuro. This is what keeps this at a constant 1 to 2 degrees Celsius throughout the year. Even in the hot summer months, you've got a really constant chill. And that plays a big part on the taste, the tenderness, the way that the food breaks down, which is why the Yukimuro for centuries now has been a really great way to store the food.
The snow is replaced annually in March for another 365 days, so snow aging beef can happen even in the middle of summer. So how does the snow cellar make the beef more delicious? High humidity, a constant near freezing temperature between 1 to 2 degrees Celsius, no vibrations. Electric refrigeration has temperatures that fluctuate throughout the day. This is a disadvantage to taste and the process to break down the meat through aging. It gets detailed with graphs that illustrate the impact on the Wagyu beef. More tender, smoother, more flavorful, with slight increases in juiciness and aroma. The typical ways to age beef is wet and dry. Wet is the most popular method with Wagyu in Japan, when they're aged in vacuum-sealed bags in their own juices. Dry aged is in the air, giving it an earthy, nutty flavor over time. The outer parts are typically cut away and can't be eaten, so the yield is less and carries a higher price tag. Snow aging is essentially wet aging, but in a high humidity space. Only the power of the snow in a Yukimuro snow cellar to cool it.
That is such a cool experience. I've only ever been in refrigerators where they were storing the Wagyu beef. This is a Yukimuro. So now let's go back to the kitchen, to the table, to finish that Wagyu steak.
Welcome to Tsubami Sanjo Bit near Tokyo Station, where Chef Akiyama from Niigata will prepare the best of the snow-aged Wagyu beef for us. This is Chateaubriand, tenderloin, especially prized because it's the most tender and the rarest of blocks. Chef Akiyama carves off the surrounding fat and slices a generous cut for a steak. Here's our lunch. Slightly salted, pan-fried in butter. It's cooked fast to brown the outside, leaving the center pink. This is medium, perhaps medium rare. He prepares it with seasonal Niigata vegetables. And we've a very special snow-aged Wagyu steak. Itadakimasu.
これスノーエイジング、雪室熟成スノーエイジング、ヒレ肉シャトーブリアンです。
わあ、ありがとうございます。
A glass of Hakkai-san, the area's famous Japanese sake.
Oh, that's so good.
Chef Akiyama explains the snow aging process on taste.
まあやっぱりこうエイジングっていうことで、まあやっぱりこう肉の味が凝縮されてるっていうか、味が濃くなるというか、そのまま食べるよりはだいぶこうそのドライエイジングみたいなこう熟成した肉の良さっていうのが出てると思います。和牛の良さを生かせるっていうエイジング方法なのかなと思います。まあその日本ならではの良さなのかなと思います。
So quite often when you're eating a Wagyu steak, the way it's prepared can be more impactful to the flavor than actually where it's from or the brand of the beef.
In this series, I've traveled all over the country, trying Wagyu in so many different ways. It's hard to say one is better than another. Brands are just all unique. Eating it at a restaurant or in your room, at a traditional Japanese inn, or a barbecue outside may also impact your enjoyment. Everyone's palate is different. But one thing's for sure, the fats are quite different than any other beef. Juicy, light, flavorful, tender texture. and aroma, and within that lies the differences.
You just know good Wagyu beef. When you put it in your mouth, the juices will explode, just covering your palate, and that umami comes out. It is a little bit different. Absolutely juicy. It's hard to compare it to another Wagyu brand unless you have it with you, but let's just focus on the experience of eating the snow-aged Wagyu beef. It's good. It's really good. It's tender, it's juicy, it's absolutely perfect. Again, this is a tenderloin. This is the best of the best, the juiciest, the tenderest of cuts. I mean, it is just absolutely perfect in every way. Now, you can compare this to Kobe beef, you can compare this to Matsuzaka beef, or the other 350 Wagyu brands across the 47 prefectures of Japan, but I don't think that is really a fair comparison because, again, the regions of Japan all play an impact, an influence on the beef, but it's often the way it's cooked and prepared has more of an impact on the taste. And snow aging, that constant temperature, I think it really does make it juicier and more tender, but you're gonna have to be the judge of that. You're gonna have to come and find out for yourself. If you liked it, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to join me on another adventure around this amazing country. Mata ne. I'm gonna be here forever. This is so good.